Good morning, this is Dwayne, and we've been doing a series called Good Stuff You Really Ought to Know About Music. And one of the things you really ought to know about music are the sharp keys. Yesterday we took up the flat keys, and we said there's 7 possible flat keys. I'm talking about major keys now. We'll take up minor keys later, but talking about major keys, there were 7 flat keys. And we also learned the order of the flats. Do you remember what they were? That's right, if there's 1 flat, it's always B flat. If there's 2 flats, it's always B flat and E flat. If 3 flats, there's B flat, E flat, and A flat. 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Do you notice the pattern? Sure, it's up a 4. Each one is up a 4th, isn't it? So if there's 4 flats, B, E, A, D, that spells the word bead. And then the last 3 are G flat, another 4, up a 4th. And then C flat, looks like B, but we got to call it C flat, and then F flat. Okay, so those are the 7 possible flats and the flat keys you can play in. We said that to find the key in flats, you take the second to the last flat, and that is the key. In other words, if you have 4 flats, those 4 flats are always B, E, A, D. Where's the second to the last one? It's A flat, isn't it? So A flat is a key. But today we want to take up the sharp keys, and again there's 7 major sharp keys. Not counting minor keys, we'll do that later, but there's 7 sharp keys. First of all, the key of C is not a sharp key, it just has no sharps or flats, right? But when we get to sharps, there's a key that has 1 sharp, and that is the key of F. The key of G, I'm sorry. The key of G. And the reason it has 1 sharp is because it's based on the scale of G that goes like that, right? Okay, so if you have 1 sharp, just memorize it. You're in the key of G, and that sharp is always F sharp. Okay? Now, if you have 1 sharp, it's F sharp, but if you have 2 sharps, it's F sharp and C sharp, always. If you have three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. If you have 4 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. Notice the pattern there? Yeah, it's up a 5th. That's a 5th higher than that. That's a 5th higher than that. That's a 5th higher than that. Perfect 5th. Okay? Did you notice something else about it? F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. It's bead spelled backwards, isn't it? Remember the order of the flats were B, E, A, D, G, C, F. Well, the order of the sharps are just backwards to the flats. So if you remember that, you can always figure it out, can't you? And I said in flats you could remember it by saying bead, the word bead, and then something like go catch fish. Okay. In sharps, you can say it backwards, or you can say fat cats go down alleys eating bologna, something like that. Okay, because the order of the sharps is always the same: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. Okay. Now you're not going to use those last keys hardly at all, but get familiar with at least the ones that have, 2 or 3 or 4 sharps, because you're running into that all the time. Okay. Now, how do you tell the key you're in if you have sharps in the key signature? It's super easy. It's super easy. All you do is you take the last sharp to the right in the key signature and go up a half step. In other words, if there's only 1 sharp, you know it's already F. It's always F sharp, right? So what's a half step above F sharp? G. So you know you're in the key of G based on that 1 sharp being in the key, in the scale. Okay, if you got 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp, what's the second to the last? What's the last sharp? C sharp. So you go up a half step to what? D. You're in the key of D, which has those two sharps, F sharp and C sharp. There's the scale of D, which is the basis of the key of D. Okay? So again, you take the last sharp to the right and go up a half a step. If you have 3 sharps, F, C, G sharp, go up a half step and you're in the key of A. If you have 4 sharps, F, C, G, D, go up a half step and you're in the key of E, right? If you have 5 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp, then you're in the key of B. And you can see if you play the key of B with those 5 sharps, that's the B scale, okay, based on, and so songs can be written in the key of B based on those 5 sharps, okay. Key of B is really pretty easy because you're using all the sharps, right? There's none that you leave out. You're losing all the black keys. Kind of like it's exactly like the key of D flat, by the way. You're using all the flats and nothing else. Okay, so you want to learn the order of the sharps, which is F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Fat cats go down L, E, Z, N, bologna, or any others, saying any other memory device you want to use to remember that. And then you secondly want to learn how to tell what key you're in if you have sharps in the key signature. And we simply take the last sharp to the right and go up half a step. And that's really all you need to know. So we've covered the keys of the flat keys and the sharp keys. And tomorrow we'll go on to the relative minor keys and determine how we find the key there. So if you enjoy these little videos, come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for our whole series. So I hope to see you there. So bye-bye for now.